This is the Grow Your Clinic podcast from Clinic Mastery. We help progressive health professionals to lead inspired teams, transform client experiences, and build clinics for good. Now, it's time to grow your clinic.
Welcome to the Grow Your Clinic podcast. My name is Ben Lynch. Jack O'Brien is with me. Jack, how you doing?
Great to be with you, Ben. I am well caffeinated. I'm good to go.
Happy days. That's when you're at your best. Well, we're talking about the CREATE cash flow method. CREATE is an acronym. It's a 6-part acronym that helps you have a really simple mental model for understanding how to influence your cash position, especially if you've been in a pinch or can see one coming and you're looking at what are the levers, what are the things that I can control and do to improve my position. These are the 6 things you want to do. And in the previous session, we gave a high-level overview as to what's in the CREATE cash flow model. In this session, we're talking about the first part, which is the letter C, and it stands for cash allocation. And we've got a specific strategy for you to allocate the cash that comes into your account after delivering the products and services and experiences that you do. How do you manage that is really important. Jack, what are the compartments or parts of cash allocation strategy for clinic owners to adopt?
Yeah, you're right. And before I give you the specifics, you mentioning there being in a pinch, and those astute listeners playing along at home may have seen us on social media lately suggesting that if you've been in a pinch with maybe a surprising tax bill or you've been caught off guard, we're actually running a webinar in a couple of weeks' time or a couple of days, depending on when you're listening to this, on mastering your clinic finances, all about managing your cash flow. And so make sure you head to clinicmastery.com. Find the links to our upcoming webinar. Register. It's free. If you need to register to get the recording, there'll be huge value unpacked there. But specifically, using a cash allocation strategy is critical. We need to tell our money where to go, or it will find its way out all sorts of weird and wonderful creases and crevices, and it just evaporates. I don't know if you're sitting and listening to this, maybe in the car or you're exercising, you're like, evaporation. Yeah, cash does seem to evaporate. So if we don't tell it where to go, it will go. So there's a couple of key components. You need to draw out a mind map or a flow chart for your cash. Now, there are certain accounts that we want to consider inside our business, and we want to map the flow of cash through those accounts and allocate them. And then we also, off the back of our clinic cash flow, we then want to consider our personal cash flow. Of course, one of the beautiful things of being a clinic owner is reaping the rewards of your investment into your business and, providing a fantastic lifestyle for you and your family. And so making sure that your clinic cash allocation is flow charted and your personal cash flow is flow charted. The second component to a cash allocation strategy is bank accounts. And there are many ways to skin this proverbial cat, as it were. But thinking through having what are the 4 or 5 or 6 different bank accounts where you can allocate money to cover upcoming expenses, to consider a rainy day account or a pinch fund, whatever it might be. Is there ways that you can chat with your bank around maximizing your cash allocation, perhaps so that it's interest bearing or interest offsetting, whatever the case may be? They really, Ben, they're the keys, is thinking through the flow chart. And there are many complex components to a healthy cash allocation flow chart, and having a bank account structure that supports the flow chart. And for our members, as you know, actually, Ben, can you talk us through the resource, the spreadsheet and the PDF that our members get as part of this cash allocation strategy?
Yeah, I found the spreadsheet really useful in business and personally for myself, because the money comes into the account and it's just one lump sum. And if you just got one account, where's it all going? Have you literally accounted for different expenses or liabilities or investments, etc.? So I found it really useful. And we've got a spreadsheet for members where you can put in what is the amount that's in your account. And then underneath that, using some formulas and some intention on targets, it calculates for you how much you need to put in the respective accounts to cover the respective expenses, liabilities, investments, etc. I think that just gives you a lot of great certainty about where you're at in different areas of your business to look at different accounts. And a quote that Dan Gibbs, our partner, used was, every dollar's got to have a purpose. And so if it doesn't, to your point, Jack, like if you don't put it somewhere with a purpose, it's probably going to get spent on something that maybe you didn't actually have the amount of cash appropriate for that or for other things. So the spreadsheet gives you an opportunity to understand dollar amounts, percentage targets, and or both, and then be able to calculate and then go into your bank account and click transfer now, transfer this, transfer that. Keep your bank accounts topped up. And then in that spreadsheet, I find it useful as well. If you want to take notes, maybe there's commentary to be added. It's almost like a journal or a log as to how things have evolved, maybe why you're short, maybe why things are expanded, etc. That when you're having a conversation with your bookkeeper or your accountant, it's just useful context that can be used in making better decisions as you move forward. So that's the tool that we use. And Jack, as you said there, I love that distinction of the business flow and then the personal flow as well.
I think that in the spreadsheet, I'm very aware of clinic owners who have found thousands of dollars as a result of a cash allocation strategy, as a result of using this resource. Thousands, in some cases, tens of thousands of dollars being able to be prioritized towards family, making sure that rainy days are taken care of, that tax is taken care of, tens of thousands of dollars. It is absolutely worth it. So if you're listening along, you think, I need that, make sure you register for the webinar, or if you want to jump the queue and reach out, see if we can arrange the resource for you as part of joining one of our programs, please do so. clinicmastery.com, follow your nose, and our team would be honoured to help.
Absolutely. This is the animating force behind living out your purpose, is having the cash to do so and building a clinic for good. Good businesses that do good. Jack O'Brien, really appreciate the practical insights there, and there'll be plenty more at that webinar as well. Folks, you can head along to clinicmastery.com for all the show notes and recordings. Make sure when you read through those things or watch them back that you take action, just a small bit every day, every week, and you're going to sustainably grow your clinic. Jack, thank you so much for sharing your thoughts and wisdom today.
See you on the next episode.
Bye for now.
Thanks for tuning in to the Grow Your Clinic podcast. To find out more about past episodes or how we can help you, head to www.clinicmastery.com/podcast. And please remember to rate and review us on your podcast player of choice. See you on the next episode.